What's going on, everyone? It is the Derv, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how by yourself you can get to both secret chest locations inside the Garden of Salvation raid. This is an excellent way to farm red border weapons, and if you do it with each character, you can get up to 6 chances per week. I break it down for each class, Warlock, Titan, and Hunter in that order, so you can follow along how I do it with each character. If you guys do find anything helpful with this video, please consider liking and subscribing and share it with a guardian in need. Without further delay, let's get it going. When you spawn into the Garden of Salvation raid, kill all the enemies and head through the portal. Once you get through the portal, make your way to the first encounter, put your raid banner down, but do not trigger it. Instead, run around the boss and grapple across the chasm. Once you get across the chasm, you're going to see the route that I'm going to take to where you're going to eventually end up going out of bounds. Once you go out of bounds, you will be able to go down to a ledge that spawns the next area. Once you get to that area, you will have to kill yourself. When you respawn, you will respawn in the section called the Undergrowth. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it right here. When you get to the spot right here, it will take a minute to find the sweet spot to where the game will let you go out of bounds. Once you are out of bounds though, head on over here to this ledge right here and then wait for Undergrowth to despawn and then kill yourself. Once you complete the first chest, you will have to join a checkpoint bot at the final encounter. From there, you will trigger the encounter and then wipe. Then you will back out of the raid and reload back in as a solo player. Once you do that, we can proceed to the next and final secret chest. When you spawn into the Garden of Salvation raid, kill all the enemies, and then head through the portal. Once you get through the portal, make your way to the first encounter, put your raid banner down so you get your abilities, and then you're going to head across the chasm to a ledge. Once you get on top, you will follow the path that I'm taking to where you are going to have to go out of bounds. Once you get to this section, you see I'm struggling to get out of bounds. Do not let that discourage you. Keep trying until you're able to go the route that you see here. Once the word undergrowth despawns, that is when you can kill yourself. You have to be in this location though. Once you get your first secret chest, it is time to join the checkpoint bot you see on the screen here to get you to the final encounter. Once you spawn in, start the encounter, and then wipe. When you respawn, you're going to back out of the raid and then reload into your checkpoint as a solo player. Once you reload in, plant your raid banner, head backwards up the cliff, and follow the path that I take to the second secret chest. When you load into Garden of Salvation, kill all the enemies and then head through the portal. Once you get through the portal, make your way to the first encounter. Plant your raid banner and then run around the boss and grapple over the chasm to a nearby ledge. Once you get to that ledge, grapple up to the top and then follow the path that I take until you come to a spot where you're going to have to go out of bounds. When you get to the spot here, you are going to have to play around with it a little bit until you find the sweet spot where the game will let you go out of bounds. I just happened to get it on the first try there. From there, hop over the corner to the sledge here, and when the word undergrowth despawns, that's when you kill yourself. After you get your first secret chest, it's time to join the checkpoint bot that you see on the screen here. Once you join the checkpoint bot, you will load into the final encounter of the raid. Plant your raid banner, start the encounter, and then wipe. When you respawn, go ahead and back out of the raid, and then reload back into the checkpoint as a solo player. Once you reload back in, plant your raid banner, head backwards up the cliff, and follow the path to the secret chest.